Hello, welcome to today's real-time composing. I'm about to play you what the end result is of this session. So when you see me come back after hearing this track, that's the me that is about to write this part of the cue. So it's sort of the second session that I've sent on it. Remember, if this is the sort of thing that you like and subscribe is always appreciated, and feel free to leave comments as well. So let's play it through, and then past me will come back without a clue what this sounds like. Okay, now the fun bit, because you've just heard what I haven't created yet, which is quite good fun for you and less so for me, because it would save a lot more time if I knew what I was about to write. Anyway, you've heard what this is going to end up as, and so far I've had I don't know, 50 minutes or so putting together the start of the chord. So I've saved you that starting process every time, because I don't think you necessarily need to see me setting up chords and strings every time. I think showing a bit of development after that is probably helpful. So I'm focusing on the first 60 seconds ish to get to this breakdown where there's going to be a B section following it. We are in 6/8 at 110 BPM. It starts in C major, and the brief is an uplifting trailer cue. So from romantic embraces to fantastic voyages, these trailers should uplift the soul with positive vibes and uplifting energy. Let's put together a trailer cue that would work for an animated family film, against the odds feel-good story, or a sentimental romantic comedy. So a lot of scope to do things there. And this is the bit I've got at the moment, and this is going to drastically change. So we've got strings outlining 2 bars at a time. We've got spiccato strings underneath. These are both Albion 1, and then we've got some damage loops at the moment in triplets. The second half goes up to E flat. And then we've got, well, it starts on an E flat over F and then goes into F. And we've upped the rhythmic element there, so we're changing every bar as opposed to every 2 bars. So that's the basics of what we have. What else do you need to know? This was the chords. It was F over C, G over C. Then we go up to the E flat. And then E flat over F to start with. And we end up with C over F, which can then lead back to whatever. So lots of scope for playing around with this. So I've got Albion 1 strings here, just the regular Albion ones, not their new for really loud ones. And what I want to do is build on these elements, either with orchestral or synth type elements. I was wondering if it was worth having a melody. Now, I love the sound of strings and horns. But sometimes it can be too much. Right, let's get me out of the way. You're going to need that metronome back. Okay. First half not too bad. go with that for the time being. Okay, that was nearly there. What does the section sound like? Rubbish. Now go back and put the modulation in. Did that work? Line them up so there's no jump. Nice. So that was BBC SO. Don't forget when you're composing that a good cup of coffee can really come in handy. Or Diet Pepsi. My possibly second favourite, possibly joint with water. I don't know. Okay, next. So we've got some horns in there now, so there's a bit of a melody going on. I think there might need to be a counter melody, but probably not from the start. What would I use to counter some horns? Well, let's maybe look either in the brass or the woodwinds. I mean, flutes is an obvious contrast. Or could it join that? Those too high, those little frills. What if we drop them back down an octave? Bad. Not sure if I'm going to keep those little trills. I wish I'd seen the ending that you've seen. Okay, now let's think synthy paddy type. So we've used strings, we haven't used much woodwind at the start. So what's Albion Neo got? Let's think beginnings. That's quite nice. Apart from those are the wrong notes. Not sure. No, it just sounds a bit off. That's interesting. So the first time, I'm just going to play it halfway through the, well, on the second of the 2-bar phrases, and then second time do repeats of the note. Which I completely missed. And again, looking at the wrong track. Just quantize those. But I was obviously playing them early. Now that normally means it's taking some time to make the actual sound transition come out. If I can hear myself playing that early. Maybe ever so slightly. So what I might do is put in a little negative offset, not velocity. Delay. You'll notice I've actually done that with, I don't think I showed you this, how I was doing those string spiccatos. These have got a minus 200 millisecond delay, Albion strings, because I'm using the arpeggio, so it will try and hit these on the note, so then you grab the delay and move it forward, if you see what I mean, because otherwise it sounds slightly out of time. Standing out a bit, I might just drop them down a bit, and while I'm going along, because at the end of this session I wanted to have an EQ'd sort of track to play you, which funnily enough you've already heard. Don't forget to turn latch off. That can always be a bit of a nightmare. So what I'm doing is just knocking off the low frequencies if I don't need them. Definitely need some of them. Boominess there. That's Albion Neo Woodwinds. What has Sequis got for us today? Maybe Sequis isn't what I was thinking then, actually. Sort of. No, don't like it. We're not melancholy. We're supposed to be happy. Sounds pretty happy. Little mandolin ensemble. Maybe bring them in here for the sort of second half. Was wrong. I like the fact that they're not, I'm not going to stick them exactly on the beat. I like the way they sort of play in and out. So, what was that? It's called King on the Cake, but it's basically mandolins. Oh. Suppose I better put Arkhis on the front, because I'll probably need that for a cue breakdown at some point. Or when I come back to do the B section, because I've completely forgotten what I've done. Sort of heading towards the end of this session of building up different layers. I wanted to hear what some bass sounds might sound like from Mosaic. But they can get quite aggressive. however, do fill out. That's quite nice. Way too fast, isn't it? Can't be having that. First bit works okay. finally! That took longer than expected. Again, not necessarily about getting the exact note. Just because you think it's in a particular key. But doing the one that sounds right. Finish that there. And the intro, literally, I was holding down a C and then an octave below it later. Oops, let's turn that off. Maybe a bit louder. Just turn that down. It's getting a bit too loud, wasn't it? Maybe we could automate the volume. Maybe not those two. Just dropping them down an octave. Or maybe duplicate them, so we don't lose that proper bass that's kicking in here. That being said, could nudge a little bit off that. Maybe make that really hit. Other obvious stuff that's missing is any sort of transition. Go to didn't mean kit. Ensemble. Give me your menu. So this is just experimental. The other menu I quite like is the symbols. In BBCSO. So, is it this one? Quite like that. It's a good intro sound. But you need to play it before the tune starts. Maybe a tad loud. Okay, there you go. That's the second session of composing. Do you prefer these sort of middle sections, beginning sections, or are you just happy for me to mix it up? Please leave your thoughts in the comments. I'm happy to do it either way. What I'm going to do now is obviously save this because it's currently untitled, and for the intro, which you will already have heard, and I'll play it again at the end because people tend to search the beginning and end to hear what the actual tracks are. All I'm going to do is go in and turn on Logic Mastering, and I'm going to do the transparent setting. So I'm not really setting up the reverbs or anything at the moment. I just want to level it out so it's a sensible level for playing back to you, and it'll smooth out some of the transitions and sounds, so it will sound a little bit better than this when you hear it in a second. Like and subscribe, always appreciated, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.